Many, many moons ago, when I was but a young Lizzie, with only 20 Monster High dolls to my name, and not a single Bratz doll or doll of any other kind in sight. Back when G1 was still regularly dropping new dolls, there was one that was announced, and when I saw her, I couldn't take my eyes off of her. So picture this, the year is 2014. You get a bunch of new Monster High dolls clogging up your feed on Instagram, you're like 9 years old, why do you have Instagram? But you see all these new dolls, and you are hyped. You're going insane, you're going crazy, you see all these new characters, you're in awe. But then, you see a new doll that your favorite character is going to be getting. For what feels like eternity, the only look you have at this new doll is this. An extremely blurry photo that, let's be honest, you can't actually see the doll, but you're sure you already love her. A couple more months pass, you get to see a look of her from Toy Fair, and basically the one photo you have of this doll, the two photos now that you have of this doll, are enough to keep you going for the next several months, until the doll is finally in stores and thus in your hand. This is my childhood Toralei, by the way. I've had this doll since I was like 10. But like, not even just that, I also have this doll in the box. I fully went out of my way to buy this doll twice. 3 times, actually. I have the face variant as well. She's not wearing her stock outfit, so she's not in the video. Also, she looks weird. So all of this begs the question of, Lizzie, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you very shortly. First, good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry for the very late intro. I wanted to film that whole drawn-out segment just for fun. So, did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Let me know. But, yeah, today I'm going to be unboxing a very special package, something that a friend sold me, something that I honestly, honest to God, never thought I would ever own, ever in the history of my life. So, yeah. With that said, I have a package to unbox, and we're going to be doing this together. I have in my hands now a package from Canada, and I've already opened it. Like, I already cut the tape on the front because my address was showing, so, you know, just have to go around that by opening it from the bottom. And, oh yeah. You may be looking at this and saying to yourself, Lizzie, why did you buy another Toralei? You have 2 of them. 3 of them. Now you have 4. What was the point of that? And well, my friends, this is no ordinary Ghoul Sports Toralei. This is something very, very special. I don't even know where to put her. She keeps rolling over. So I bought this from a friend, as I mentioned, and that friend gave me a little note. He said I could read it in the video, so here we go. Hi, Courtly. Just wanted to say thank you for helping me out, as well as giving Toralei a new home. Smiley face. I know how much you love her, and you won. That's a big number. 100. That's a million? It's 100. I can't read. That's 100,000. 100,000% deserve this doll. Lots of love from Seth. So, what may this doll be, you may be asking yourself? Well, if you already read the title, you already know, because I don't know why I'm acting mysterious about it. I put it in the title. This is a prototype Toralei, but not just any prototype. A hand-painted Toralei. So, right away, I'm gonna just say the only part of this doll that's a prototype is her head. Her face is entirely hand-painted, her bangs have the stripes hand-painted on, which is why they're so crisp. Yeah, everything else about the doll, the outfit, the body, well, the body is like a prototype body in the sense that the joints were at one point glued. You can see some of the remnant of that glue on this joint. It's fully posable, but it seems like her joints were at one point glued into place, but otherwise this is a production body, including the hands, I believe. Even though they're kind of like a different color from the body in a weird way. At least this one is. This one's more orange than her wrist. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's how it looks to me. This arm is like fully posable. It's just that there's like remnant of glue there. Whenever I say remnant, I feel like I'm talking about FNAF. Anyway, insane statements aside, this doll is perfect. So obviously she's hand painted, and if I'm being honest, this prototype more closely resembles the other face variant. Did need her after all. Yeah, I feel like these two look more similar than, for instance, this doll does to her. This is my production Toralei that I've had for years and years. That's the inbox one in the back. I mostly brought them over here so you can see like the comparison between the stripes, because obviously these ones still look good, but they're not as dark. as they are on the prototype doll's hair. That's because they are hand painted into place and will wash out if any water touches her bangs. This kitty does not like water. That's the worst joke I could have made. When comparing these two faces side by side, I definitely don't feel like they look all that similar, especially compared to this one. So I'm gonna say this is most likely a prototype for the Indonesia variant. I think. I don't know. So I honestly don't know this doll's story, and neither did my friend who sold her to me. I theorized that maybe she was one of the ones that was used as like a master prototype at the factory, meaning that this would be one of the ones that was painted to look perfect and then used as a reference for factories to copy. If she was, I feel like she would have been used for the Indonesia factory because, again, she looks the most similar to the Indonesian doll. Is this the Indonesian doll? I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember if this was a China variant or the Indonesia variant. Another somewhat interesting thing about this doll is that she does not have earrings. You can see that she doesn't even have piercing holes for them. So, yeah, I don't know what that's about, but she doesn't have earrings. You can see that the other dolls obviously do. She comes with 2 earrings. She's supposed to, at least. Doll's rooting is also flawless. Just, it looks so good all the way around. You can see a couple, like, spots where the paint, like, wasn't perfect. Like, you can see a little bit from her scalp right there, like they painted over slightly. Yeah. So the hair was actually styled. She did not, like, come this way, except for the bangs. The bangs were always like that. But the hair was styled by All Two Brats, I believe. At least that's what they DM'd me to say. There's one detail that's really hard to capture on camera, but her eyes are very glossy. Like, if it'll focus on her. Please focus on Toralei, please. Yeah, you can kind of see that there's like a glossy sheen over her eyes. I don't know what they did that for, but allegedly they seal the prototype faces, so all I could think was that Dolliteful was in the studio cooking with her glossy varnish. Shining a light on her right now just because, like, I was confused by something, but God, why can't it look as good as it does on... Basically, I don't think this doll has the darker spot of orange over her face like the stock doll does. Like, obviously on this doll it's very visible, the darker orange patch over her face, over her eye, but on this doll it's a bit more subtle, but it's still, like, visible. Why won't you stand? Because she's not wearing shoes. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I'm pretty sure she doesn't have the orange spot over her face. You can see it very clearly on the doll in box back here, and it's not very clear here at all, so I just don't think she has it. Again, though, my out-of-box doll, you can see the darker orange side of her face. It looks faded, but it's still visible. I think my doll just might be faded. What happened to you? Why is your shirt so faded? Like, look at this shirt comparison. That's crazy. But, yeah, overall, this doll is incredible. I never thought I would ever get my hands on a prototype of Toralei of all characters. This really feels surreal. And all I can say is thank you to my friend for selling her to me. Their username is Dolls for Dessert on Instagram. They also run the Monster High Prototypes account. I have basically gotten any prototype Monster High doll I have from this person, and I am grateful for it. Toralei is definitely the crown jewel, though. I genuinely don't think I'll ever get anything better than this. This is awesome. I can't stop looking at her, dude. Like, look at all those fine brush strokes in her makeup. Like, look at them. Oh my god. It's really crazy, just seeing all the artistry that goes into these dolls. Like, the stripes on her cheeks are hand-painted, and I'm pretty sure her eyebrows are hand-painted because they're shiny. It's like, just, wow, dude. Oh, and her lips are hand-painted, but they're not glossy. There's, like, no, like, gloss applied to it. So here's the other side of her face, because I kept not showing it. The only flaw she seems to have over here is, like, a little black spot above her eye makeup. I think it's just a stray line of paint or something. I don't know. I'm not going to touch it. I don't want to mess with this face whatsoever. So, I'm just fine with that. I also wanted to see if her hair is a bit longer, and it does seem to be. Also, this one's hair is in a higher ponytail, though, so... Well, no, if it's higher, then it shouldn't look longer. I guess her hair just actually is longer. It also feels more thickly rooted. It just looks a lot nicer than my stock one. It's definitely saran, but it seems to be an almost higher quality saran, if that's even possible. And yes, I know I need to do her hair. She sat on a shelf for like 10 years, dude. I didn't realize it got so bad. keep accidentally touching this doll's lips when I tilt her head. That's gonna be a habit that I need to break. But yeah, yes, thumbs up. This is, without a doubt, the coolest thing I own. Like, I have a prototype plushie of Shadow the Hedgehog, and now I have a hand-painted prototype of Toralei, my favorite Monster High character since I was 10. So, you know, it's been a pretty nice year. This year's been pretty great for me. So before I end the video, I do want to bring up one last theory that is plausible for what this doll might have been used for. So, prototypes have a variety of uses, obviously, like being in the Mattel archive, stock photo prototypes, there's like Toy Fair prototypes, and there's also like, what's the word for it? Called like an internal display prototype, where basically a product is being shown to like executives for a store, so they can pick which products they want to buy. There's a chance that this Toralei was used for one of those internal display prototypes. You know, like one of those internal display things. Those usually end up being sold, or like gifted, or just thrown out, so there's a chance this doll was saved from one of those situations. Overall, I don't know, but she's really cool to have, and I'm going to treasure her. Where am I going to put her, you may ask? I have no idea, but I will figure it out. Probably just the Toralei shelf. I mean, where else would she go? It's a Toralei. I have a shelf for those. But yeah, in short, I've said everything I wanted to, and that's about it. I'm gonna call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This doll is so important to me, and I just had to show her off to you guys, so yeah. Once again, thank you to my friend for selling this doll to me, and as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!